With sugar and spice and a roll of the dice, you're listening to The Dice Girls.
Yeah. You know, like, it's the little things. Really turn things around.
It is the little things. Oh, that's a really good segue, actually, into... We were talking about small joys and how I've started to keep a note on my phone. And the note, I just have it titled Light Beams because I don't know.
Oh, cute.
And it's literally just a list. Like, every time something, like, just tickles me or, like, hits me in the right way or, there's this practice. So I'm about to get off topic for, like, 10 seconds. There's a practice I learned about, and it's called savoring. And it's when you are in a good moment, stopping to think to yourself, wow, this is a good moment. And it helps your brain hold on to the happy from that moment for longer. Like, there was like a scientific like class I took and a study, and like savoring was one of the practices that can actually help increase your happiness. Anyways, so I try to do that. I try to like savor and stop in the moment, and when something is good, to recognize that it's good. And so now I just have this cool long list. And you can tell that I started it like in December because my first couple items are Christmas related. And I feel like my first item is like going to be a contentious one because some people love it and some people hate it. I love Christmas music. Like,
I knew it was going to be Christmas music. Or just Mariah Carey.
I know it's content, and so like knowing that some people love it and some people hate it, I kind of, when I wrote it down, I was like, well, why do I love Christmas music? And I came up with, because I love it because it's simplistic and repetitive and easy to sing, which means that like so many people know these songs. It's easy for new people to learn them. Even if you don't speak the same language as them, they probably know some of some Christmas songs.
That's a good point.
And so many of them are just about like warmth and love and happiness and like the good feelings that tend to go along with that time of year. And so like I love that, and it has like this like limited feeling because there's only one time of year really where you get to kind of bust it out and have it be socially acceptable. So you also get that like you get to miss it for 11 months out of the year, you know? And so I love those things about it. I love that they're simple. I love that they're very universal. Like, I think that's, I don't know, I love sharing music with other people is like a really cool connective moment for me. And I feel like Christmas music makes that very easy. And so, yeah, that was my first one on my list was just, I love Christmas music. And so that's one of my little joys.
Well, read more.
Okay, you don't have to twist my arm. So my next one was also, I about knocked my earrings off. My next one, next one also Christmas related.
So excited.
I am excited. I love this. Is looking at a lit up Christmas tree without my contacts in.
That's more contentious than the Christmas Christmas music.
Is it? People hate that?
Well, I don't know, but I mean,
no, I get it.
It just sounds blurry.
But it's like that's fair.
The lights are like
they get like all big and fuzzy and they blend into each other in like this beautiful explosion of colorful lights. I dig it.
Okay,
I'm gonna try. Gosh darn it! We just took the tree down. I can't try it.
We took it down like 2 weeks ago.
Well, next year, remind me to take my glasses off.
It's lovely. The lights, instead of like, they just become soft and fuzzy, and they all overlap, and it's like this big soup of rainbow colored lights.
Oh, nice.
So I love that one. Let's see. I'm kind of like scrolling a little bit. I am a huge fan of media, books, shows, movies, anything that is a different experience the second time around. Anything where you get information throughout the thing, or like a twist happens, or there's a reveal, and
okay.
And then you get to watch it or listen to it again, knowing and picking up on clues that you didn't pick up on the first time.
Yes.
And catching the little like inside jokes. Oh, I love that so much.
Yep.
Yes.
I agree with that one, 100%.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Those are some of my favorites. Like anything that's different. And some of them are like second, third. Some media you can listen to, like, specifically me, I guess I will listen over and over and over and over again and still find like little new things every time. It's really cool.
Yes.
Let's see. Oh, this is one I wrote down after game weekend a couple weekends ago. I love introducing people to new like board games and then watching them fall in love with that game. Getting to play that with someone and like, oh, it's so good. It makes me so happy. I'm so jazzed right now. Just like talking about all these happy things. Man, this is good.
I love it.
This is good stuff, you guys. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to take a pause because I could still keep going and going. Ashley, I want to hear some of yours, though.
Okay.
No pressure. Literally no pressure. Like.
Okay, well, the first one on my list is sunbathing like a cat.
Oh.
So if you've ever stopped at the sunlit, like where the sun is coming through the window, and you stop in that little sunlit spot, and it's warm.
Yep.
That's so
points. Bonus points if you can take a nap and wake up there.
Oh.
It might be on the floor, but it's still good. Don't ask me how I know.
I love that.
But just that feeling when you've stepped into the sun, that little warm patch.
So good.
So good.
That's such a good one.
Another one I have is when a plant that you've been caring for seems to come back to life and spring back after a rough patch.
Yes.
That is
That's such a good feeling.
That is something that I just went through this like a week ago when there's a little rubber tree that we have that like he's been through some things, man. But we repotted him and we weren't sure, and we're watching him and it's like, come on, little guy, you can do it. And then in the last like week or so, he's been sprouting leaves like crazy where he wasn't before, and I'm just so proud.
Aww, I love it.
I love that. I have a brown thumb. I'm so bad at plants.
Same.
And so like that feeling of a plant that you're taking care of doing well, for me it's like, yes, so good and shocking and good.
Yes. That's why it's on my list.
Yes.
That's why it's there.
Yes, I understand.
And he had a traumatic experience where we accidentally dropped a PC tower on him, and he lost a couple of leaves in the middle, but he's okay, and he's recovered, and he's doing better than ever. He's just gonna have a bald spot.
Sometimes these things happen.
But he's still cute.
Yes, that's so good.
And we got him a friend to stand next to him too, so that probably helps.
Oh, just cute.
Love that.
Okay, another one that I can add to the list. Actually, this one I just added to the list because that was my whole list.
Fair, totally fair.
Yeah.
And the third one I have is seeing Becca talk about Christmas music.
Yeah.
Did I get so excited?
I just savored it a little.
Oh my gosh. I love that. That's so good. That my face genuinely like hurts from smiling so much.
Yes.
If I guess I could be here all day if I added like Dice Girls moments, like
Oh yeah.
like when we all laugh together and then we all go at the end together.
Yes.
That's on the list now.
Yeah, that's so good. I'm for sure adding that to my list. Oh, that's so good.
The sigh. That's all I'm putting. The sigh.
The sigh. The sigh after laughter. Love that. Oh man, that's so good.
Let's hear someone else's.
Yeah, does anybody else want to add any?
Alexa, do you have your list?
So I did forget the homework assignment completely. But I do have a couple that I just pulled from the top of my head. So I don't know if you guys are big on TikTok. But you know, it is most likely going away, but so many people have been going over to this Chinese app, Xiao Hongshu, Little Red Book, and it has just been I got on it like 2 days ago, but it's just such a warm, welcoming environment. The Chinese people have been so kind and just like welcoming, and they're doing like Mandarin lessons, and they're like teaching us how to use the app, because the app is all in Mandarin. And even when you change your settings to English, most of like the tabs and stuff, it's all still in Mandarin, because it is like, it's just a Chinese app. It wasn't built with like the international community in mind. But it has just been such a fun experience of seeing like two people who don't get the chance to, you know, communicate directly very much. And it's been just so much fun. And so nice and wholesome, which you don't get on the internet very much.
Yeah.
But that's been a really nice thing to see for the past couple days.
Tell them about the cat tax.
Oh, yes, the cat tax. So, the Chinese people of the app are like, you can post here, you are welcome, but you have to pay the cat tax. So you have to post a picture of your cat.
If you have one.
If you have one, or a dog, like your cat or your dog, but they call it the cat tax. And then they've been like photoshopping little receipts that say like cat tax paid, you know, and then they'll post it in the comments. Because that's something I really love about the app is, in like a TikTok, it's like vertical video, but in the comments you can reply with images, which you can't do on TikTok, but you can do that on Little Red Book, and it's so much fun. They are so good at memes. Their meme game is so strong. They're so funny. It's like we have the same sense of humor, and it's so much fun. Like, because that's like a bigger joy, I think.
That's
been
such
like
a good one.
The past like couple days, but like a small joy that I love every day, that I have only a little time to savor, is I love the dark. I love nighttime. That's why I work nights, you know. And I absolutely love in the wintertime when I go to work and it's dark and I come home and it's dark. It's my favorite part of the year. I love nighttime. It's my favorite. And so it makes me appreciate like the winter more, because it only lasts like 3-4 months where it's, you know, dark. It's always dark when I go to work, because I go to work at night. But in the summertime, it's usually like the sun is already up by the time I'm leaving. And it's usually right in my eyes because it's coming up over the horizon. So it's usually blinding me as I'm trying to drive home. But it's something that like I appreciate every day when I'm going home. I'm like, yes, I love this. This is my favorite.
I love that so much because I feel like that's like an exact counterpart of my small joy of the looking forward to the sunlight. And so I love that the whole year gets appreciated between us.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I don't really hear very many people say that like winter is their favorite season, but winter is my absolute favorite season and I love it. So I'm a happy little clam right now.
Nice. I love that.
I can see where like on your way home, seeing the sun would be a huge drag. You're done.
Right.
You're done. You don't want to see that right now.
I know. Yeah. I've been on my feet for 8 hours. I've been running around all night and now I'm being blinded as I'm trying to drive home.
Yeah.
It's always in the direction that you have to drive home, right? It's never.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, not that the sun would change, but just that whatever way you have to go is the way the sun's going to.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Always.
It's like how you drop toast and it always lands butter side down.
Yeah. Yeah, tragic memories.
Yeah.
And then you're like, am I going to 5-second rule this one? When did I last sleep or sweep?
Right? Yeah.
When did
Yeah.
No.
Those are so good. Alexa, I have also been like, I am also very online with TikTok and downloaded Little Red Book a couple days ago. I am so fascinated and like so interested to see it from like a sociological standpoint. I think it is so cool how these two cultures are meeting each other and how they're coming together. And like, I cannot wait to see like what that changes and affects for each culture down the road. Like now, I think it's so cool and I'm so here for it. Like, I love it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
What about you, Ash? Have you tried? You never did TikTok very much, did you, Ashley?
I am only just like barely getting into TikTok, so
I have
I know, right? I don't have any intention of downloading the other app, although that sounds wonderful. Like the way everyone comes together and like just accepting each other and stuff sounds fantastic.
It's so good.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'll just chill for a couple of days and see if anything changes before I make that commitment, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also really love their like content moderation rules on Little Red Book because they have rules against like showing off excessive wealth and like you can't like brag about like show off all the stuff you bought, which is something that I've always had a problem with TikTok with is like the haul videos where people will go and buy just so much stuff that they're not going to use. They're just doing it for the TikTok and it's just creating so much waste. And that is something that is not allowed on the Little Red Book. Yeah. There were a couple other things.
I like not commenting on people's appearance. I was like one of them.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. It's just like I can't remember all of it off the top of my head, but it fosters just a nice environment.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Kim? Do you have any like small joys or big joys?
Not really. No, I'm kidding. I have so many. Poor Alexa. She has to live with this fountain of sunshine. I tried to tone it down a little bit. She's still wishing it was dark. Look at this
Is that why she loves the night so much? You're so bright.
No, probably because I'm asleep. But mine are more like, my biggest thing is, my biggest joys are synchronicities, things that happen. Like, some people call them coincidences, but I don't, because I think it's like the universe giving you little gifts. Like, but now that I'm looking at my list, so there's this girl on the K-drama that I was watching, had the hiccups, and then 5 minutes later I got them. And I'm thinking, okay, that could be mind over matter. So that was not a great example. But, okay, so I was listening to my K-pop playlist, and there's the song Jelly by Hot Shot.
You love that song.
Love that song.
Love it.
But I hadn't heard it in a long, long time. And it was like, I was just really enjoying it and everything. And then the next day I turned on the TV, and we have it on a K-pop channel, just like as a placeholder. And guess what song was on it? Jelly by Hot Shot.
Way.
Yes.
That is weird, because that was a small group who isn't like, they aren't even together anymore.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I love that.
And that K-pop channel that we have as a placeholder on TV generally plays more newer music. Every once in a while they'll do the classics, but for that song,
that is very
like wild.
Yeah.
And then another one, and the reason, so just real quick, my best friend Mel, the reason I got into the synchronicities is because she was talking about, don't ignore those. You have to acknowledge them. The more you acknowledge them, the more they'll happen, and the more positive things will start happening in your life. And so she said, so what I want you to do is I want you to think of, someone that has passed on, and have them send you a message. Like, if, you're the person that has passed away had something special, ask for that person to give you a sign. And so the example she used was, she said, say if your mom's favorite bird was a hummingbird, which that's not my mom's favorite bird. And she said, then ask for a sign to see a hummingbird, a hummingbird, or hear about it within the next 24 hours. So I was done listening to her show, and then I turned on my Sleepy podcast, where they just read these little, peaceful stories. And in the beginning of that episode, she started talking about a hummingbird.
Oh,
whoa. Yeah.
I love that.
Yes. Favorite.
Is that kind of like when you buy a blue car and you see blue cars everywhere?
Yes.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Because one of the examples this person that was on the show used was like, she was asking Mel, I think this is how it went, how many white cars did you pass on your way into the studio? And she said, I have no idea. There's probably a lot of them. And she said, what if before you left for work, I had told you, I'll give you $1,000 for every white car you see. How many white cars do you think you would have seen? And she's like, all of them. I would have been driving around looking for. So that's how you, get that, get those synchronicities flowing.
I like it.
Yeah, I do too. I love that.
Yeah, that's my favorite stuff.
Yes, I love to call those moments, I love the word serendipity.
Yes.
I learned that word from a John Cusack movie.
I used to love that movie so much. Kim, have you not seen Serendipity, Kim?
No, I've never heard of it.
I think it's right up your alley. It's so adorable.
Ooh.
It's John Cusack and what's her name? Kate Beckinsale? Is it Kate Beckinsale?
Okay.
Don't remember.
They're strangers essentially. They meet somewhere out in public, and it's not the right time for either of them. They're both otherwise involved, but they have this energy between them. And so she writes her address or something. She writes her phone number on the back of a $5 bill and then spends it. And she says to him, when this $5 bill comes back into your possession, then we'll know it's the right time. And he said, okay, because they had talked about a book. And so he said, okay, I have a book. I have a copy of this book that we both love. I'm going to write my phone number on the inside of the dust jacket and then go donate it to a used bookstore. And then when this book comes back into your life, then we'll know it's the right time.
Ooh.
The whole movie follows what happens after that, and it's really good.
I love it.
I think you would really enjoy it. It's very like wholesome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look that one up.
It's very, very full of synchronicities.
Yes.
Nice. I'm writing it down as we speak.
Another thing that I just remembered that it makes me crack up every time I think about it. So, New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Please don't be another cat drone.
No. New Year's Eve, I took the week of New Year's off. So I could stay with Mr. Milo because he does not enjoy fireworks, and Mom wants to go to bed, you know, so she's not staying up for New Year's. So I took the night off, and when the firework, you know, they started well before midnight, but when they started going off, Mom had blocked off her door so that Milo because he will scratch at the door until you open it. And so the fireworks start going off. Because he can't scratch at her door, he starts scratching on the closet, the hallway closet, right next to her
door.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I'm scared.
And so I'm like, okay, buddy, come on, we're going down into the office. So I take him down in here, and I'm like, I'm just gonna play some ambient music to, you know, just to drown out the sound. Yeah. And so I turn on Mom's computer and I pull up Spotify and I click play on just the EXO playlist, and there's no sound coming out of the speakers, and I'm turning it up and I'm trying to figure out, like, well, why is there no sound? And then I see very small at the bottom of the screen, it says, like, playing on Kim's Samsung. Because she had been listening to her Sleepy Time podcast.
Oh no! On my earbuds.
On her phone, trying to sleep. Her little, like, ASMR Sleepy Time story. And I panicked and I paused it. But it took me like 30 seconds to realize what I had done.
Yeah, so I'm drifting off, and so this show that I listen to is called Nothing Much Happens, and so she just narrates these little events in this imaginary town, and so she's talking about the library was closed for the day, and the light from the streetlights was shining in delicately. And I walked back to the stack of books. And then it's careless, she's anonymous. And I'm like, I sit up. I'm like, why is EXO? Where did EXO come from? It was really loud and just jarring.
And I didn't look and see what she had been listening to before I started playing EXO. So I just paused it and I was like, I hope that she's like asleep already and that didn't wake her up. But then like 10 seconds later, I see it start playing her Sleepy Time podcast again. And I was like, oh no. Oh, no. And so when she got up in the morning, I was like, did you get jump scared by EXO? And she was like, yeah. But literally throughout the rest of the night, and anytime I think about it, I crack up. I start laughing because it's just so funny thinking about just drifting off, and then here comes blaring K-pop music.
I love how much you love that you jump scared your mom while she's trying to sleep.
Yeah.
But she was like, hey, well, I started the year off with EXO, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, I will never forget the first song I heard in 2025.
Okay, but imagine if it was jelly, though.
That would have been weird.
Oh my god. I would have been levitating. I don't know if I could have been able to sleep.
Right. Yeah, but like every time I've told that story to like coworkers or anything, I'm laughing so hard I'm having a hard time getting through it all the way. It's just it's so good. So that's another pretty big joy I would say.
Oh man, my face genuinely hurts.
Yep. That's a Dice Girls recording session.
Yep. I love that. Oh, it feels like we're kind of getting to like maybe a wind down point. Is there anything else that we wanted to chat about before we kind of start to wind it down? Is everybody feeling like we're in that wind down part?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think Trigus would like to sing a little song.
Uh-oh.
I think I would love Trigus to sing a song. No pressure.
I've been doing this for so long. Retirement. Rocking chairs and sunshine. Christmas carols and jelly by Hot Shot and sleeping in the sunshine. Dice Girls, it has been such a glorious 6 years, and I love you. I think that's it. And there's a crossbow guy.
Wait. What?
And a crossbow guy.
I don't remember Crossbow Guy.
You should probably listen to our show.
What show?
I think Crossbow Guy was one of the first songs? It was one of the earlier songs Trigus made up, I want to say.
Yeah.
And there's a crossbow guy. I know exactly what you're talking about.
We are sleeping in the forest with some people who are liars.
Oh, yes!
Oh, yeah. And there's a crossbow guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So I thought a good way to like wrap up this episode would be for everyone to go around and tell Kim their favorite thing about her.
Oh yes! Yes! I'll go first.
If you want, I think you should go first, Kim. What's your favorite thing about you?
That I can make people smile sometimes.
That's a great one. I'll volunteer to go next. I know, Alexa. I know. I'm sorry to do this to you. I do apologize to Alexa. Specifically Alexa. Because I know how frequently you've been asked this question.
And I have successfully avoided it. I have successfully avoided it until this moment.
Oh, for real?
Oh, yeah. No, I never answer.
No.
Are you going to answer this time? I just have to know.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm not making eye contact. I don't want to scare her away.
This is amazing. I can't believe this. Maybe Alexa should go last. Actually.
I think I just kind of want to get it over with.
Okay, that's fair. Valid. Totally valid.
I should just clarify for people who don't know, who think that I'm just horrible to my mother, that but like being emotionally vulnerable isn't my thing, you know. Makes me uncomfortable. So you said you weren't gonna look at me.
Oh, I'm not looking at you. Find my shoes.
You know, you're super supportive, and you're always looking out for people around you, and I think that's pretty neat.
Aww.
That was a good one, and it's so true.
Was that it? I didn't want to interrupt your flow. Can I give you a hug?
I knew it. Oh, she gets a look in her eyes when she's gonna give me a hug.
Oh, I love you so much.
Oh, me too. She gets this sparkle in her eye when she's like, "I'm gonna ask you for a hug now."
Kim, I love the way that you just light up a room. As soon as you start, like you know, you could be maybe like a little quiet, like right, you know, just at first, but as soon as you start, as soon as you go, like who's not smiling at that point? Like it's impossible. It's you've just got the best energy. You've got the best energy, and you're a joy to be around.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I love these. You guys are so great.
That was hard. I can feel a little bit of Alexis because I also don't like being vulnerable.
That's totally fair.
I know I don't have it anywhere near as bad as she does right now. But
yeah, you're not in the same room with her.
Kim, I think one of my favorite things about you is I think it's rare for adults to like hold on to silliness and like hold on to like the kind of like childlike wonder that comes with like learning the world for the first time. And so many of us like lose that somewhere along the way. And you never did. Like, you never have lost that. You like embrace that like silly like wonder and childlike like it kind of along the lines of what Ashley said is just you're so good to be around. Like it's just the good. Yep. I love this specifically. I love the silliness because like that's something I have tried very hard to keep as a part of my life, and you make that easy.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
I love that. This has really just made my day.
Well, good. You have made our 6 years.
Aww.
You've done so much for us. Like, all of it. I mean, the editing and the running the game and the playing the game and the, like, all of it. You've done all of it. The Patreon and the social media, the Discord. Like, holy cow, woman. You've done so much for us.
It was fun.
Good. I'm glad. Did you ever think that when we had that lunch 6 years ago at the Mandarin Gourmet, when I was like, hey, Kim, hey, Alexa, do you guys want to do this thing? I never would have pictured it.
Yeah, no clue.
Yeah.
No clue.
Yeah.
I would have been shocked if I would have realized that this was a thing that we were doing.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, what a journey.
It has been a journey, for sure. We're going to miss you.
I'm going to miss you too.
But we know you're still around, and I very much would love to plan and plot some Kim guest appearances in whatever we wind up doing next.
Oh, yes. Oh, absolutely. That would be so fun.
Oh, sweet. I was hoping somebody else would say that because I didn't want to put any pressure on you, but it would be super cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be great.
Yay, good. Well, on that note, I think we're signing off. And
can we just back away awkwardly for one last time?
Yeah.
Aww.
I'm gonna cry now. That's what's gonna make me cry.
Cry cry away awkwardly.
Oh yeah, I'm crying away awkwardly now. Oh. Yep. Okay. Then.
Okay. Did we already do it? Or
Yeah.
we're starting now?
I think we're in the middle of it. This feels pretty awkward.
Yeah.
Right.
It does.
I think we're there.
Oh,
That was so good.
Yeah, that was great.
I'm gonna stop my recording and save it real quick.
oh, that's really it. Okay.
And I will
Right.
sing us a campfire song to put everyone to sleep. We are sleeping in the forest with some people who are liars. And there's a...
You know what?
And there's a crossbow guy.